Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Tim here, and you are listening to the TMA Connection, a.k.a. the Drew and Tim Show. We got Drew Chavis from behind the camera and front of the microphone today.
Very rare instance, unless you watch my personal channel.
Dude, you're becoming famous because there are so many people that are asking about you right now. We brought you on in December. The quality, quantity, and consistency of our content has just gone through the roof. Mm-hmm. And you're the man that is behind the scenes doing it all for me.
I try.
But we were just trying to figure out like how many pieces of content that you've done. So you were episode 50 when we introduced you, and back in December, maybe January. It probably got released in January. Mm-hmm. You were episode 50, and now this is episode 77. So we've shot 27 podcasts. From those podcasts, then we do a smaller clip of the podcast that gets released on Sunday. Podcast comes out on Thursdays. And then from each one of those, you're making 2 or 3 clips for reels and stuff like that. So just the podcast alone, is, and then you got all the house tours. We've seen some $1 million homes. Yeah. We've done some educational content. You've shot a commercial for us, which is going to be awesome to see coming up this summer, hopefully.
I know, yeah. Just got to get the drone shots of Bel Air, and then it'll be out hopefully within the next month.
Would you get your act together, please?
No, I'm
just kidding. Yeah, so that, genuinely, honestly, really, there's been a lot of people asking about you, and I wanted to have you back on the podcast today more as a guest to promote what you've been doing, because you had a job at Target the last time that we sat down, and your goal by June was to leave Target. And when did you do that?
Well, I believe it was it before? I think it was before May. Yeah, I think it was April.
Yeah.
Sometime in April, I actually got a job opportunity full time. I'm very thankful that I was able to receive offers, and that kind of pushed me to be like, where am I going to really take this? You guys know that I do the audio engineering.
Yeah.
I have my own YouTube channel, and if you asked me when I was starting at Target before I met you, if I said I would be doing video for real estate agents and stuff like that, like, you never know where it's going to take you. I feel like I've grown so much, and I feel like we've grown together since December. I feel like I've been doing this for like so many years, but it hasn't even been a full year, which is crazy to think about. I was able to have the opportunity to leave Target a little bit earlier than I wanted, which has been awesome. And now I'm really just getting out there to everybody.
Dude, and I'm certainly biased because I love having you on our team. You're doing a phenomenal work. But, you've had a couple people that have requested that you come work for them full time. Mm-hmm. And that's large in part due to what they're seeing as far as the content that we're putting out there. The fact that you've ultimately turned those down, they were great opportunities. At the time you were 19 years old, they're offering you a lot of money to have a comfortable salary to come out, but you're taking that entrepreneurial risk of like doing your own thing, doing it for you. You just don't work for me. There's several agents that have reached out to you. The owner of our brokerage, Dave Cummings, he started a podcast. You've been recording that podcast.
It's been a journey just trying to climb up the ladder. I want to be the best videos out there.
Yeah.
So that's always been my goal. Got my drones license, and I'm just trying to make the best content I can. And I feel like if you look at our first video that we did together, I always say this, but if you look at the first video we did a couple months back and then look to where we got it now, it's a crazy difference.
And every time there's just a little creative tweak that like you're expanding upon your skill. You were already very skilled at what you're doing, but you're taking things to a whole nother level almost every time. Like, at some point you're gonna hit the ceiling.
I try. Yeah. My goal, like, I don't want every video to be the same. Like, there's a similar style, but like there's always something that you got to do to separate this person's video from the other one. Shout out to you for that idea you had on our last video. If you guys haven't seen that, link in the description. I'm gonna throw it in there.
Awesome.
Coming in hot.
We
had the drone come in.
We had a drone in front of the house in the air. and it came, and well, actually, it started in my hand.
Started in his hand, yep.
Then it flew backwards, but then we reversed it, so it looks like it was coming from the sky, coming into my hand, and it was coming in hot. And of course, we backed that up with the music.
And that was one of your ideas.
So if you need any, if you need somebody to help you at any time in this real estate market doesn't work out, we would make a good team.
I think we would. I mean, honestly, I've been thinking about this a lot. I really want to grow this. Like, as a business owner, 20 years old, I feel like there's not enough time to do everything that I would like to do. So scaling wise, I am definitely looking to get somebody on my team.
Cool.
So that I can help spread out some work. I've been talking to other videographers as well in the industry, and I love collaborating. So if you're a videographer, please reach out and let's collaborate. I love working with people, and I see that even if you're in the same industry, it doesn't hurt to work together, and especially like video work. I feel like collaborating is so important.
This episode is sponsored by the Markland Advantage with Cummings & Company Realtors. When you're ready to make a move, give us a call. We'd love to help you out in the buying and selling process. If you'd like more information, simply message us or email tim@themarklandadvantage.com. Now back to the show.
Important.
Yeah, well, certainly the editing process, and that's going to be that'll be my next question after this question with the editing process, not to get too nerdy or anything. You have gotten a lot more business since December with editing. You know, a lot of times you were just editing for yourself, and now you're editing for other real estate agents, and there's more people reaching out to you, and you got all this work coming in. What are some of the strategies that you're using to kind of balance everything out as you're getting new business? Because you're still like putting things out in a timely manner. You're super reliable. You're always on time. Like, you know, you're not overwhelmed, right? I mean, I don't know. You might be overwhelmed, but you're certainly not showing that you're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
What are some of the strategies that you're using that are helping you manage everything that you're managing right now?
Yeah, I mean, really, like I said, it's just me. So I've been trying to figure out what's my schedule looks like for me to be able to get stuff out in the timely manner that I want. I don't like being late for anything, whether it's showing up, releasing projects, whatever. I hate being late, and that's just who I am. But
if you're not early, you're late.
Yeah, I building up a calendar has definitely helped me. It's something that I really never have had before, like just a calendar for separating my daily activities from my work activities. Just like these first few months of starting, it's kind of been hard to be like, all right, can I take on this client at this day, this time? So I've been trying to keep it like pretty spread out. A lot of people don't see that editing, that takes 5x what it takes to record.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of methodical, intricate things that you have to do with editing,
it's a lot. And like, you see a 60 to 90 second video, short video.
How long is a 60-second typically on average? How long is it? Because you're doing all kinds of transitions, all kind of the words coming up, like all that stuff. How long does it take?
I mean, it really depends. Sometimes I can get it done in that 4-hour mark, which is what I want to get.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'll be working on it for like 4 hours straight, and then I'll have to come back to it later. Yeah. 8 hours is probably the max I've spent on a video. Like, that's also like a lot of people miss out on that mark. Like, I'm with you for an hour recording this video,
right?
But you don't see that I'm working on this for 8 hours.
Exactly.
And, you know, trying to handle multiple videos in a week. That's why I limit it to 4. So it gives me a day where I can just, I need it extra.
Yeah, like for me in real estate, I'll try to not have more than 2 appointments in a day, just because I'm not able to give like all my energy, all my passion, all my, if there's 3 or 4 appointments, and it's a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. So out of all the content that we've been shooting, whether it's house tours, the podcast, the educational stuff, is there one that you like get more excited about than others?
I love just the amount of information I would say that I get from watching all the videos that we produce.
Yeah.
It's insane, because I feel like that's the best part. I'm able to sit behind the camera and just listen to everything.
Right.
So like I'm
that last podcast that we did, I thought, man, there were so many golden nuggets in there. I was like, this is a good one. You know?
Yeah, and I get to sit behind the camera and just take it all in. Even when I go to edit, like I'm watching the podcast over like 3-4 times and I hear it. Yeah. So it's almost like it sticks in my mind.
My voice must just be annoying you by now.
My mom did say, she's like, does Tim's voice ever get annoying to you? I'm like, surprisingly not. I hate hearing my voice.
Oh,
so
really?
like I'll be editing my own videos. And
I'm listening to you right now through the headphones, and like you got a good voice for this.
I mean,
I think you got some good.
I got a little bit
enunciation and stuff. Wow.
Doing the audio stuff too.
Yeah.
When I'm mixing a song for somebody, I'm literally at a 30-second part most of the time.
Okay.
So usually it's like the biggest part of the song because that's where all the energy is.
Yeah.
And I probably listened to that a million times.
Okay.
So for me to get sick of somebody's voice, it takes a lot because I listen to people repeat.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I feel like I've gotten used to it.
So yeah, you're working with all these real estate people, but before all this, you are a professionally trained audio engineer.
Yep.
So talk a little bit about that, because certainly there are people that could be watching this that are artists that are trying to mix songs or whatever. Give everybody just a little snapshot of what all that looks like.
Yeah, I mean, check out my personal YouTube channel. That's the best way to showcase it. Audio engineering, I feel like anytime somebody asks me like what I'm doing, I just tell them audio production. It's a lot easier to say that.
Okay.
Like music production, because if I try to explain audio engineering, it's a super hard concept.
Yeah.
But it's basically just putting the final polish on your song to make it sound good. If you listen to your song on the headphones or in your car, it translates super well and sounds clean, and it's not hurting people's ears, or it sounds so different when you listen on certain speakers and stuff. It's a very important part of music process.
Yeah.
And my YouTube channel, I go into depth on how to sound like your favorite artist. Of course, we talked about this in the other podcast. I'm not going to go too far into it, but yeah, just go to my YouTube channel. You can see what that entails.
That's mixed by Drew, right?
It's actually just Drew Chavis.
Drew Chavis, okay.
Yeah, but my Instagram is mixed by Drew.
Gotcha.
Search Drew Chavis on YouTube. You can see what I do. I just got approved on this website called engineers.com.
Okay.
So they have all these engineers, like they have Chris Brown's engineer, big name engineers.
Yeah.
And I just got approved to be on that website, which has been awesome.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, like
dude.
last week. And I was on the waiting list for a while. So they put you on like a waiting list, but I just got approved. So if you are an artist, a producer, make sure you check out my website if you're interested in using some of my services.
That's awesome. Now, in addition to the audio engineering or audio production, and in addition to the real estate, you also just got your drone license.
I did. It was a process. I'm not going to lie. I was rushing through the class. I was like, everybody's been asking me, when are you getting your drone done?
Yeah.
When are you going to be able to do drone? And I'm just like,
I got to get it.
I got it.
What's the fine if you didn't have a license and you got caught?
It was like 28 grand or something crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And I read some dude in like Philadelphia got fined like 100 grand or something.
Holy
and I'm like,
smokes.
if I got fined 100 grand, I'm going under.
right.
I don't make enough to cover that yet. So
yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. So anybody looking for a drone out there, a drone operator out there for real estate photography or anything else, like.
I'm officially certified.
You're officially a licensed drone pilot. Can you fly for Southwest too, or?
I mean, the way I had to learn, it pretty much made it seem like I was about to fly a normal plane.
Dude, if I'm flying to Florida and I walk into the plane from the runway or from the tunnel and I see you with your white shirt and your little stripes on your shoulder, I might just turn around and get out of that plane.
You don't trust me to fly, Tim?
I trust you with a lot of things.
Well, what if I hook you up to the drone and I could fly you on the drone?
That's a creative idea that we haven't. That would be pretty cool, dude. You have been nothing but a blessing for the Markland Advantage team, for Adam, for Dan, for myself, for the events that we shoot, house tours, the podcast. We've said it all already, and we're. I'm not keeping them all to myself, folks. So if you're a realtor and you're listening to this, because again. You are getting famous because even just this morning, Dave Hudson, Cummings and Company Realtor, was coming in, and I didn't even mention you, and he asked about you, and there's a lot of people that are asking about you, so I had to have you back on here. Drew Chavis Productions.
Yep, you can go on my website, drewchavisproductions.com.
Beautiful website.
Appreciate
it. You got
to
check that website out.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I built it in such a quick time too. Right when I pretty much got the job offer that I did.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were talking like, you guys have been such a blessing to me, because if it wasn't for you, what would any of this? I would still be at Target probably right now.
Right?
And
Collecting carts?
If you guys don't know, I met Tim at Target. I don't know. Did we tell this story?
I don't know if we told this story.
I don't know. I'm gonna just tell it again. But
I love the story.
Yeah.
Perspective, which is awesome.
For those of you who know me, I was working at Target. I'm a cart pusher. That was my job. And I was in the drive-up section where you take out the orders to people.
Yeah.
And Tim had an order that he was picking up.
One of many that my wife sends me to every day. Yep.
So I was like, oh, I know Tim Markland, because my dad, for those of you who don't know, is Dr. Craig Chavis, who was on a previous podcast of yours.
Yep.
So I knew of you, but I've never really talked to you. I think I brought out an order to your car before.
Okay.
And I just never said anything because, like, if you ask my mom, she's like, why did you even think of this?
Yeah.
But I remember I delivered the order, and I start to, like, turn around just to go back inside because I didn't think you would know who I was. And I don't know what it was. I got a sign from, like, God, and he was just like, turn around, go.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah. And I was just like, you're Tim, right? Tim Markland. And he's like, yeah. And just from there, we started talking, and he was just talking about how they were looking for a video guy, and he knew about that I made videos and stuff. So, and then now we're here.
The rest is history.
Yeah, we're here.
But from December till we're recording this in the beginning of June, we've had over 100, if not more, over 200. It could be over 200 pieces of just quality content that's getting out there, and our business is taking off because of you.
Let's go.
Like you are a part of this, and again, thank you so much for everything that you're doing for us, and of course, we're trying to help you grow your business. So please reach out to Drew. How can people connect with you? I know we talked about the YouTube channel, but kind of give it all out there. Phone numbers, emails, whatever. Yeah,
feel free to reach out at Drew Chavis Productions at gmail.com. You can send me an email, say what you're looking for, if you're looking for video, drone, whatever. Or you could shoot me a text. My phone number is 443-752-3244. So feel free to shoot me a text. Or you could give me a call, but if you text me first, I'm more likely to answer the calls because I get a lot of spam. So shoot me a text and we'll get it going.
You're easy to work with, very dependable, super creative, and even being like a director of the creative when it comes to ideas and stuff like that. You certainly, like, I'll do something. I might start a throw and say, all right, do it again. Drew says, do it again. Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, that's another thing you guys don't see in the videos. We're like 100 takes sometimes.
And sometimes it's one take, Jake.
Yeah, sometimes he is one take. Tim's pretty good.
Sometimes I'm on my game. Sometimes I need a little bit of help. And again, this isn't just real estate agents. Artists,
anybody. Yeah.
Small businesses.
Anybody. If you want to make personal content, reach out to me because, like, if you're looking to grow yourself or a business, I feel like content is a super big part of anything today, and a lot of people still aren't doing it. So I feel like if you're not doing it, you're falling behind a little bit. And
look, you know what? I don't have the time to learn this stuff, but you know it. And if you want to grow your business or take it to the next level, being on social media where people are is where you need to. That's where you need to be. So. You've certainly made us look a lot better online, and look forward to continuing this great friendship we have. I appreciate everything you guys do, the whole team, Adam, Dan, your whole family, your parents. I mean, you guys are super awesome. Some of the best people I've met. So it's great to be part of this team. Like, you guys helped me grow. So my goal is to help you grow as much as possible. Thank you, brother. All right, if you're not following us yet, I don't know why they're not following us yet. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at The Markland Advantage. You can download these podcasts anywhere you follow podcasts: Apple, Spotify, Pandora, BuzzFeed, or I don't know. Beezer. I don't know what it is. Like a million different things. A lot. It gets syndicated to all of them. So please follow us there. If you like this episode, share it. If you want to get in touch with Drew, you know what to do. Until next time, live your life to the fullest. And we'll see you soon. Take care. Did you like this episode of the TMA Connection? Well, you might want to check this one out right here. Go ahead. Click it. Go ahead.